Good morning. Guess who's not here quite yet? He's on the stairs. He'll be here in 2 seconds. That's a thing happening this morning. Right away, right at the buzzer this morning.
Listen, sometimes you start your morning off with milk, and sometimes you start off by drowning in milk. So, you know, this morning is one of the drowning milk times where you drown. That's exactly... See, what's great about this is that very rarely are those the only two options. Yes, actually, it's a very dangerous... Yeah. Milk is very dangerous.
Yeah.
This is one of the very, very rare times... Yeah, Mr. Gambler says, can you explain? This is one of the very rare times where I know something is going to happen and no one else does. Well, a few other people may know if they were looking in the Discord. Mr. Game Boy had made an agreement, a bet, or whatever, where he would send in 100 gift subs if we managed to find a shiny in Pokemon Let's Go. And we had talked about it on Friday, yeah. And then like it didn't happen. Like we did not find one, and we were like, okay, you know, whatever, it's fine. You know, we really wanted to try and find a shiny, but we couldn't find one. And then we made the decision to stream on Saturday. I completely forgot about the agreement with Mr. Game Boy in the first place, and then we ended up finding a shiny. So Mr. Game Boy sent a message on Discord yesterday or the day before and was like, I'm going to hold up my end of the bargain and send in 100 gift subs on breakfast stream. And that is why...
I caught Sprinkles the green gold bat.
Yes, Sprinkles. So, if for the 100 of you that just received gift subs courtesy of Mr. Game Boy, I mean, enjoy. And then also praise Mal's ability to catch the shiny Golbat. Yeah, Mr. Game Boy wasn't there on Saturday. Otherwise, I'm sure that would have happened Saturday. Yeah. So. Mr. Game Boy, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sincerely appreciate it. God, it's really early to try and read 100 names very quickly, but I will do it. I will do it. All right. Okay. All right.
After you do it, you can have your toast as a treat.
I know. I get to earn my toast. All right. Here we are. 100 gift subs, courtesy of Mr. Game Boy 18. In what? It's not going to be one breath. One breath. It is legend. Jamie Shadow 9, the Green Dragons traveling through Aldra, B Shine, Crescelium, Apple Pasta 88, Pilo, J Skoggy, Fenblade 190, Hi Alex OMG, Aubrey Maria, Cyan, Celestial, Whether You Won, Tynemia, Magical Emma, Sonochi, Rianne 9295, A Teriyaki, Nate 116 1994, JC4R, Hawkeye, Leet, No 13604, DB505, Lone Wolf 042, House of Spark, Mr. T. Warner, Absolute Mad Lady, Nikki Sapphire, JF Salmonella.
That's not what that says.
I know! I mean, I was near the end of what I could do anyway, but that's Salmella, not Salmonella. My brain started to do Salma and was like, I guess that's salmonella. Round 2. Glacial Heart, Bacon 21,000, That Meat Chick, Locked Door, Rosafan 84 Pi, Sejanus 55, Luigi Advance, Random Player 818, The Nerdy Salesman TV, Snowstorm Owls, Gokstar 304, Prod LX Me, Philip 1212 2000, Glove Lady, Starry Phoenix 17, Gigantes 21, B-Ball 1986, Nicola Nintendo Nitwit, Valaire01, Aura Knight 95, J Beaver 86, HB Bowsy 64, my friends call me Vic, Quark Key, Damon Live 4,
Breathe.
Empty Dens, Suna Jigoku, Luffa 1996, Vega Phantom, Grumpy Goose 17, Curio 5, TRV SSG, Captain Space Kappa, Mikey Moose 35, Toon Linky, Older Mom of Twins, Mamo DXX, Meg the Moogle, Ruto 98, Norray 10, Justice for Ifadamas, Izuka Tenori, Pickletron XD, Samus Not Metroid, Ryu Cage, Chroma, Mac 3, Yoshi Kid 18, Evalia 112, Nerdy Drew, Mew 73854, Nick B. Miranda 1013191994. Man, y'all with the numbers are gonna kill me this morning. The numbers are too many syllables. All right, final bit. Bountiful Ruby, Blasphemy Cat, Eli 301, Dawn, Ashley, Justine, Wishmaster, Jirachi, Megoose, Dark Ghost John, The Demonic Diva, Icaro, Isaac Video Dump, Lloyd 421, Matt J 84, Nico Rune 29, Riddle Speedruns, KT Film, Shane the Destroyer, Slow Dami, and Castongue Jacob. Give subs and songs! I'll work backwards. Castongue, Jacob, Sodami, and Shane, The Destroyer, KT Film, Riddle Speedruns, Sane, Nico Rune 29, Matt J 84, Lloyd 421, Isaac Video Dump, Icaro, there's more, but I can't read them all in this song. It would probably take multiple songs to read 100 subs. Woo! Is everyone awake?
Are you now?
Yes. Yes, he says, not a duet anymore, it seems. Brain could not process that was what that song was. Brain was like, ah! Anyway, first off, again, thank you to Mr. Game Boy for 100 gift subs. We sincerely appreciate it. And then thank you to Darbicus for saying...
Song.
Play it backwards! I worked my way back up through the list. Darbicus, thank you. Yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake. I will, Lunar, thank you. I'm gonna enjoy a piece of this toast.
Is it just butter?
Yeah.
Firefighters all agree, nothing beats Tiny Eddie's famous kebab and raspberry delights.
I wouldn't think to put raspberries and kebabs together, but...
So, growing up, for some reason my mom always wanted like a healthy option to bring for school for like my birthday and Carly's birthday. And Carly will remember this because we had to make kebabs.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was unique and I thought it was... Now I think it's fun, but then I was like, why can't we just bring brownies or cupcakes for our birthday? She was like, no, we have to do a healthy option. So we made kebabs and they had like cheese squares and fruit on them. And that's what we brought to school for our birthdays.
Oh.
And we would put, I remember grapes.
When I think of kebabs, I definitely think...
maraschino cherries.
Coffee.
Cheese. Probably like melon, like cantaloupe.
I don't think I've ever... I mean, who knows? In the span of my life, it doesn't ring a bell. I don't believe I've ever had like a sweet kebab.
I've done that when we did kebabs at one point in the apartment, and then I also made them with like brownies on them.
Oh, I definitely have had something like that. Mm-hmm. Was it you that made it, I guess?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, that's not what comes to mind when I think of kebab, because I think of, you know, lamb and peppers or so, I don't know. 1050 from Anissa says, Steven, can you explain the plot of 2001 Space Odyssey? Please do it while eating this Eddie snack. Kebab and raspberry delights. Sure. 2001 Space Odyssey. Monkeys are afraid of big rocks. I think that's not even necessarily connected. Monkeys are scared of big rocks. Separate thing. Everybody goes to space, and they're like, we'll have a computer, and it'll help us do things. and the computer does. But then the computer decides that maybe...
I can't let you do that.
Well, the computer decides what's best, and sometimes what's best for the whole situation is not what's best for the humans. There's also the shot where everything turns. Sorry, that's not the plot of the movie, but it was a big deal at the time. And then the computer gets pissy, and then everyone did drugs in the theater, and then it ends with a room. It seems pretty good. That seems pretty accurate. In the original cut, I'm pulling from memory here. The original cut of 2001: The Space Odyssey has a extended. There's a part. So if you've never seen this film, I hope this doesn't count as spoiling. I don't believe it does. But there's like the movie. What I mean, the whole thing is the movie, right? But there's a large chunk of what is considered the movie, and then there's this very odd part after the movie of like just colors. I can't even explain what it is. It's just like a thing. It was designed to make you feel as if you're traveling through space and time, I guess. I don't know. But there was a lot of reports from folks whenever the movie originally came out that people would like drop acid during that specific part of the movie because it was such a thing on their senses or whatever. Anyway, I believe that the original theatrical release of the movie at that part is actually longer than the version that we have now. I don't know. Anyway, in that room
At the end of the film.
And this is actually very cool, they recreated that room like inch for inch at the Smithsonian. And it just so happened that we were there by sheer coincidence when they were showing that at the Smithsonian. And it's on the vlog. So if you go and you look at the vlog from, it's 2018, it's April, I think, 2018. You actually get to see that room. Yeah. 2001 is a classic. It is still worth watching. I last watched it in college. I think Alex had never seen it and he wanted to watch it, and I told him I would watch it with him. Yeah, 2001 I really like. I think there's better Kubrick movies, but 2001's still good.
We caught it on TV one night because we used to do like sleepovers and play Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And then we were just flipping through channels and we caught about halfway through. And none of us had seen it before or knew what it was. And we just didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah. Better Kubrick movies such as... I mean, I like The Shining more than 2001. But... movies are extremely subjective. So, you may like one thing, and I may like another. I tend to align very heavily with critics, and it's probably because I'm classically trained in film. But that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy a movie that you like. That's my take on it. Movies are to be enjoyed. And you may have a, what do they call them? Like a movie that's like a guilty pleasure. Where like the movie is bad. Even you think the movie is bad, but you're like, gosh, I just love this stupid movie. And you know what? That's also fine. That's totally fine.
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
I think Drop Dead Gorgeous is good. Because it's so unique. Movies that are so unique that like there's only one. Like I think that's great.
Yeah, Kepler's having a moment this morning.
Did he poop?
I don't know. He came upstairs, and then went into his bathroom, then went downstairs and cried, and now came back up. You having a moment?
He's figured it out. We had 300 bits from Darbicus, who said, "Well done, Stephen. Enjoy your Toaster's reward." Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. It was a heck of a way to start the morning. So, I'm awake now. There's still so many movies I haven't seen. There's a ton of Kubrick films I haven't seen. But, you know, I'll get to them. I'm going to try and make more time for things. Come here, buddy.
Come on.
Hi, bud. It's toast. You don't want it, but you can lay in my lap. Okay.
He got me this morning so bad.
Oh, no.
Like, see my knuckle? And he also got me here.
How did he... How?
He was very excited about the new food.
Yeah.
And he reached up and, like, I had my hand because I thought he wanted to sniff. And he just daggered.
He thought you were handing him food. And he was trying to accept it.
Yeah.
You were trying to give him a
He needs his
sniff.
nails clipped. When is
Yeah.
his vet appointment? It's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah. It's later this month. We got 20 months from One Weird Cat, 27 from Phoenix Zuzo, 23 from Caulk9, 22 from Toku Newt, 37 from Rylong20, 36 from LX Rin. Congrats on 3. 31 months from Back in Red, 17 months from Handzone Mama, 3 months from Jody 5963, 25 from Charhutch97, 8 months from Anator. We get 350 bits from Radio Dread. Says, "Happy Thursday. Today's my last birthday of my 20s. Time flies. Hope you have a great day."
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's been interesting. I actually thought about this very specific thing. Not Radio Dread's birthday. That'd be very specific. Because I've been editing stuff from 2018, I was like, man, that was a long time ago. I mean, it's not that long ago, but it's, you know, a few years ago. And I was like, how old was I in those vlogs? And I'm 29. And I thought about that. I was like, oh man, 2018 is a very interesting year because it is the last year of my 20s.
Is that why you asked me yesterday, how old am I?
No.
Okay.
No, in fact, if I would have thought about that, I would have figured out my age at the time. Yeah, there was a time yesterday in the car where Mal and I both forgot how old we were, which is just fun. Because I asked Mal, I was like, how old am I? And Mal was like, 32. And I was like, I am? She goes, no. Wait, you're 33. I was like, you don't sound very sure. She goes, no, you're 33. You're 33 and I'm 34. I was like, okay, I believe you. Anyway, regardless, happy birthday. Hope you have a good one. 30's not bad. 30's not bad. We've talked about it before. More stuff hurts, but like, I don't know. I feel with every year of life, you have just a little more wisdom than the year before. Sometimes you maybe not get as much out of a specific year or two as you'd like, but like I feel, you know, a little smarter, a little more wise, and like that's good. I think that's worth something. Is it worth the trade-off of like more things hurting? I don't know, but we don't really get to decide on that, so I guess you just have to go with it. It's fine. 300 bits from Full Metal Grizz. It says, congrats on getting through all those names. Here's a clown. Thank you. I enjoy the clowns. 300 from Marilu just says, I can't believe we got Pikmin 4, and all it took was Miyamoto doxing himself during the greatest troll in direct history. I did think it was a little weird that they were showing his walking path on Pikmin Bloom. It was like, oh. So, I'm sorry, what times are you here? Okay. I just have some games I need you to sign. We got 46 months from Missing No Leader. 48 months from Pitney. Pitney! Congrats on 4, Pitney. 300 bits from Macbeth 2001, who says, hi, Stephen and Mel. Here's why Bayonetta 1 isn't on the list of Wii U Extra Life games. The regular US retail edition of 2 came with both games on physical discs. Later, 2 was reprinted alone at a lower price. Do you only own the latter?
I thought we owned some Bayonetta on Wii U.
My guess. This is something I have not thought about at all. My suspicion is that it probably says Bayonetta 2 on the box. It's not like Bayonetta 1 and 2. It's Bayonetta 2 with like a tiny sticker that's like, also includes Bayonetta 1. And because of that, it would not be on the list. I don't know. I actually am not sure. Let me...
Oh, Doodle says it's a tiny sticker, yeah.
Okay, that's my suspicion. That being said, I will check because I'm gonna... If I do own it, I'm gonna put it as a separate thing on the list because it's a different video game. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Oh, you know what? You know where I think we got Bayonetta 2?
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, you're right.
I wonder if it's on the vlog coming up.
I don't know.
We got Bayonetta 2. We found Bayonetta 2 in the TRG Coliseum house.
Yeah. We did a sweep of the house because we were the last people out. And we're like, there's a copy of Bayonetta 2.
In our room. Mm-hmm. That no one else was in. We were some of the first people at the house.
Yeah.
No one had been in our room. Mm-hmm. It didn't belong to anyone in our group.
And we were like, it's a video game. Maybe someone brought it or something. So we took it and we posted in the group. We were like, did anyone leave this?
And no, it was from whoever, I guess, had been there before our group. Because it was an Airbnb. And like...
There was nothing else in that cabinet either.
Remind me at 10:30 a.m. to check for Bayonetta 1 on Wii U. Oh, you did not know the word Bayonetta. Check for being another one on.
My favorite Wii U game.
Coming soon. Being another one on 3. Anyway, I will check, and I'll update the list if I have it. Being another one on. 11 months from Svandera, 22 from Safrina13, 27 from Statman7, and 300 bits from Genesis, who says, my cat Stanley learned how to jump up onto my loft bed, so now I have a cat buddy at night. Cat buddy at night is great. I mean, it has definite downsides.
Last night was a downside.
You know, it sometimes cat on the bed takes up more room than cat on the bed should take up. But overall, I think that it is a huge pro. There is something very sweet.
Slowly all night, Steven gets too warm because of Kepler and scoots away. And then Kepler scoots, and then Steven... And then suddenly I have this much room, which is what happened last night.
Sorry.
And I knew if I woke you up, you'd be like, but the cat...
There has been times, and this is true, the cat is trying to spoon me so hard that, you know, I end up moving or flipping or whatever, and I do. I inch slowly towards Mao until Kepler literally has half the bed. And then instead of moving the cat...
Just gonna remind you all, we have a California king bed, which is slightly narrower than a king, but longer because of Steven's height. Kepler has a lot of the bed.
Oh yeah, I'm not exaggerating when I say half. There's times where Kep has half the bed. And what happens is, if I wake up, or Mal wakes me up or whatever, and we realize that, and Kep is in the middle of the bed and no one is even sleeping on that side.
We're basically sharing a twin on one side.
I will not move the cat. What I will do is I will very carefully like pull my legs up out of the bed and put them onto the other side of Kepler, and then like reset. It's like I'll do that, and then I'll be on the other. Then Kep will be in the middle, and then we'll each be on one side of the cat. Yeah.
Have you been following our sumo?
Just enough to know that you've been losing badly, but also you
I got a 4-0 today.
Oh, did you?
I've been getting like 2 points. 2 points, and I'm like, wow. And
I haven't-
last night I was like, Chaz, next time I'm just gonna pick randomly. I'm gonna just be like, Siri, pick a number.
Whatever you're doing is not working. Because, like, very consistently, Mal comes in last. Like, in multiple... So I haven't participated in Sumo in a while because I wanted to try
I don't even think my picks are bad.
I wanted to... They clearly
I have
are.
Wakataka Kage this time.
Something's not working. 2 times ago was second.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I
that's
came
good.
in second by like 1 or 2 points.
I haven't participated in Sumo in a while because I'm focusing on my studies. But
Maybe next time.
I do... Yeah, I mean, now that I'm getting more caught up, I'll probably participate again. But yeah, it's been interesting to see Mal do bad. I hope you do good this time.
I'm not.
Well, you can it's time to turn around.
Turn around, yeah.
It can
The
take
4-0 I got last night was a turnaround.
It's all uphill from here. Maybe.
How is Thomas doing? And Thomas said, losing, tied with Mal. Yeah. I was very solidly in last place alone until my 4-0, and now Thomas and I are tied for last. I didn't even pay attention who's winning. I was just like, oh, I'm in last.
Is it Chaz?
Paul's in first. And then Chaz.
Paul usually does pretty good too. But also, like, Paul's got the power of computers. You got the computer thing. Yeah, Paul is a robot.
Yeah, Paul uses a robot.
Paul built an entire thing
That can look at...
that looks at, like, the history
Yeah.
of
And then
sumo
makes
and
picks.
the stats, and then makes
Picks.
a pick based on that.
Yeah.
And, like, I think Paul always does pretty well. So
Yeah, he's like solidly in the middle a lot of the time.
yeah. So it sounds like well, it's not cheating, right? Like, because anyone could do that. Anyone could look at all the stats and figure it out. He just built something that does it for him, so he doesn't even have to figure it out. But it hasn't. I don't think Paul's won any.
I don't think the robot's won any.
I don't think the robot has won any. But the robot does avoid being in, like, the lather.
Yeah.
The second half of
The robot's
score.
picking better than me.
Yes. It's true. Could you read that? I am chewing.
Yes, I can. The Thrill of sent 420 bits and said, sometimes my cat curls up and sleeps against my legs enough to rumple the covers, and then she leaves.
And then
It
when
still
she
feels
leaves.
like... Oh, and then when she leaves, it still feels like she's there, so I end up in weirdly contorted positions for no reason during the winter sometimes.
I relate to that. There's times where... Actually, it happened... I don't know if it was this morning or, like, in the middle of the night. Because I'm only awake for, like, a split second. Cat owners probably are familiar with this. Or pet owners, really. The idea of, like... You feel like your animal is still there, and like you just kind of slowly move your leg out, and you wait for the weight of the animal to hit your leg, and then you realize you get all the way to the end of the bed, and you're like, oh, I can move, and then you completely
This is
like
luxury.
shift. Yes. It's funny because when you explain this to either someone who has no problem just moving the animal. Or someone who doesn't have animals, they think that you're crazy, right? They're like, just move the animal.
But they're asleep.
But they're asleep, and you know we don't do that. I move my legs slowly, and if I run into Kepler, you gotta go slow. 'Cause you don't want to kick him off the bed.
Eat the cat off the bed.
Yeah, you don't want to punt him.
Bruiser gets kicked out. Oh, Bruiser.
And you run into him, and you go, oh, he's still there, and then you try to find a different way to sleep. So, it's fine. It's fine. It takes all kinds. You got people like Thomas, who will just move the cat and be like, no, or kick him out. And then you've got me, who is...
I know 1 or 2 of Chaz's cats.
Just let it go. It's
Chaz
fine.
and Jeff's cats like sleep here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Sagan used to sleep right on my chest.
Yeah.
I like
If you
when
were on your back, you would sometimes wake up to Sagan on your chest just staring into your face.
Cap
And
doesn't
then the
do that.
second you were awake, Fencer's up at your face, Sagan would just start purring when he knew you were awake. He was so happy because he'd just sit there and look into your face and watch and just kind of like loaf, like just look at you.
Speaking of Sagan, so I have been working hard to get things caught up for the vlog. I am happy to say that yesterday's vlog is done and is scheduled for today. So the vlogs, the current timeline will be caught up today. My plan moving forward is to start releasing 2018 stuff. And the way that I'm going to be doing it is I'm going to release a 2018 vlog every day at 10:15 a.m. So at 10:15 a.m. Eastern, you will get an old timeline vlog, and then at 3 p.m. Eastern, you will get the current timeline vlog. Today is a little different because there's two currents, so you'll get one at 3 and then one this evening. But that means that right after the stream at 10:15, April 26, 2018 comes out, of which Sagan is in right at the beginning, which is nice. So yeah, Mr. Deathkill says I saw that there was 5 unlisted videos in the April 2018 playlist. Yeah, I finished April. April was done. I'm moving on to May, which is
We have some
the
stuff
final
going
month.
on this weekend, so he wanted to make sure he had enough to keep releasing while we had stuff going on.
Yeah, so I at least as of right now, I've got 5 2018 vlogs done and scheduled. So again, starting today for the next 5 days, every morning at 10:15 a.m., you're gonna get one. They're already done. They're scheduled. So yeah, I just have May. There's, what's it, 31 days? So there's 31 vlogs left. And then when I'm done, for one, the entire timeline will be complete. And then number 2, I believe that we will immediately enter into having the longest running daily vlog. We'll have the world record for that, because we're going to go from however many consecutive years, 8 consecutive years to 13 or whatever. So it's a lot. Yeah. Or 12, or I don't know. It's a long time. It's a very long time. So that's exciting. That's exciting. Something I was not planning on, but all right, I guess we did it. That's how I feel about it. It's like, all right, okay, I guess we're here now. Sure, whatever. Anyway, that's exciting. I'll tell you though. The thing that means the most to me is that I feel better mentally than I have in a long time. Certainly over the course of the summer. The summer was really bad.
Yeah.
Moving and all the stress and anxieties that came with all of the different things over the summer was real bad. And I suddenly feel much better. It's almost as if so much of your mental health is dependent upon the stress and anxiety of work and life. Huh, that's weird. So anyway, who'd have thought? How are you doing?
Great.
Good. 25 months from the Siren 182. 350 bits from Radio Dread says Chaz gives gold stars for a job well done. I give clown bits. Good job on catching up on the vlogs. Thanks. My hope is that I can continue to, keep up with everything and stay as current as possible. It might be a little difficult this weekend, but that's also one of the reasons why I wanted to get 2018 stuff done, because even if I miss a day in current timeline, which I'm going to try hard not to do, but even if I do, something's still coming out because the 2018 stuff will come out. I can't believe that I can't believe it's taken 4.5 years to get some of these videos out. It should never have taken that long. But I can't believe that we're finally, like, seeing what's happening.
Vagabond says, are we allowed to know what's happening this weekend?
You're allowed to know about some of it. Here's what you're allowed to know. Alex and Haley move here tomorrow. Today is their last day in Birmingham. And from what I hear, they're actually doing a pretty good job of...
Give me the bird!
They're doing a pretty good job of giving me the bird. Both of them.
They're a little more on top of packing than we were, but they
Yes.
also don't have this many video games.
Yeah, they have far less to... They actually sent me a photo of, like, all of the boxes. And I was like... Because Alex was freaking out. Alex, I'm gonna tattle on him just a little bit. Alex was freaking out. He's like, we have so much stuff. And Haley sent me a photo and was like, this is what we have. And like it was a photo of all these boxes stacked, and I was like, Haley, we had more boxes than that for our kitchen. Like there was more stuff in our kitchen than in your entire living establishment. And she's like, yeah, I tried to explain that to Alex. And I was like, Alex was here. Alex helped us move stuff. You have a small amount. But I understand. Like, moving is stressful and hard. Yeah. Packing is hard, so it feels like a lot. But yeah, they'll be here. They'll be here tomorrow. And that's exciting.
It is exciting.
That's so exciting. That's so exciting.
Thomas, when are you moving? Not necessarily here, but...
And here, okay, I'm gonna give one more little pinch of fun because people love pinches of fun. Hopefully, oh, wow. One more pinch of fun.
We miss you, Thomas.
Alex and Haley will be here tomorrow, which is exciting. And then your one more little pinch of fun, because I know people love that, is that Alex and Haley will not be the only folks here this weekend. And that's your pinch of fun. Because people love fun!
In pinches.
Because people love fun and pinches.
Microdosing on fun.
Microdosing on pinching. 300 bits from Squidge says, I just want to hear ham. You got it. Also, that made me want to go to a Golden Corral.
Drex says, people for game stream tomorrow. No, that won't be happening.
No, just Mal and I tomorrow because we got to finish up...
the actual game.
We just got to finish up Pokemon. Yeah. It would probably be a little weird if, like, Alex and Haley were inexplicably at the finale. Yeah. Alex would just be asking a bunch of questions. But, as Chaz says, it's still going to be a big deal stream. It's going to be a big deal stream because we're wrapping up the game. Like, not 100%ing in the sense of doing all of the Master Trainer fights because that would be...
Yeah, that would be a lot
too
more.
much. But, we will have caught all of the base 150 Pokemon. We will be doing all of the like, additional fights. And Mal and I will be having a fight.
Mm-hmm. Our final fight against each other.
Our final verses. And then also, we are doing I'll just tell you, we're doing a credits, which I think is going to be really cool, where we're going to be taking a look back at all of the Pokemon that I caught and Mal caught and all of you caught. So there is still technically one more stream for that. So if there's a Pokemon that hasn't been caught yet in the viewer decks and you would like to be the one to catch it, you can do that tomorrow night. And we're actually going to be including all of that in the credits. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, we got 14 months from Haley May 88. 510 bits from Anise. It says, good job on catching up. Thanks. Will the Berry Brothers return to Mario Party since it was announced for the Switch? I mean, it's likely that at some point Alex and Haley will probably join us for a Mario Party. That is likely.
Yeah.
What folks may not know, patrons probably know this, although it's been so long ago that they may not even remember,
Yeah.
is that we started recording Mario Party 2 not long after Mario Party 1. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was not... And like we released Mario Party 1, I think, in 2018. So like it's been...
that's when we were recording it.
Yeah, we recorded 2 boards, maybe? Something like that? I think we recorded like 2 boards. So we are sitting on... Thomas's Roland and I were supposed to do one together. Do you know who did it? And it's a wild combination. Roland and Carly.
Yeah.
Roland and Carly recorded a Mario Party board with us. It's and like again, I know that's not the two that you put together.
Yeah, we were gonna do one with Carly. We're like, well, who should do it? And then we decided on Roland for some reason.
So we are sitting on, I don't know exactly what we're sitting on, but I think we have 2 boards done, and we just never finished it. And there's not even that many boards in Mario Party 2. Mario Party 1 has like 8. Mario Party 2 doesn't. It's like 5 or 6 at most. So maybe we can finally wrap that up.
Yeah.
I think the weird thing is that
The other boards will be on the Switch.
if we want, I mean, we could do them on original hardware, or we can do them on the Switch. Might be nicer to do them on original hardware so everyone's using an N64 controller.
Yeah.
Admittedly. But yeah, the thing that's going to be weird is that there's going to be huge gaps. The world literally has changed. You know, it's been years, over 4 years since some of the things were recorded.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll try and maybe get that wrapped up and out, and it'll just be really weird. You'll be watching episode 1, and then you watch episode 2, and you'll be like, oh, there's a gap of like 4 years. It's fine. We got 39 months from BC 2014. Thank you, Ben. And 48 months from Phantom SVT. Congrats on the 4. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I've seen some people saying this morning that their Techos shipped.
Yeah.
That they ordered Techos and they shipped. And they will be to you soon. Because I think mine from like actual ship date was less than 48 hours.
That's good. I mean, yours did get here quick.
Yeah. Not as fast as it has sometimes in the past.
But still, like, real
Yeah.
fast. Really, really fast. It is fun for me to see, like, what everyone is
Satsy,
ordered.
if you see the date when that happens, let me know.
Yeah, we missed out on all of the plushes.
All of that.
All of the plushes, so kind of waiting on that.
I know it says after October.
I got to tell you guys what our plan was originally. The vlog actually came out. I think it came out yesterday. That shows where we built the billies and the consoles and everything. What our plan was originally was we were going to have the consoles next to the TV.
It was over there.
Yeah, so it was going to be like to the left of the TV, and the TV was going to be here. That had been our plan. And then the TV and everything, all the equipment over here is so big that there's not really a lot of room to put a billy.
The lights on the ceiling right here, there's only one switch for them, and it's like right there too, so...
It's not a great situation, so
No.
we decided to put it here.
Yeah.
And what we wanted to do originally over here in the same spot as the consoles was what we wanted to put all of our Earthbound stuff, all of our Mother stuff.
Yeah, I'm still kind of sad we didn't do that.
Well, I didn't really know what to do. So, yeah, Persona says, what room is the Mother Shrine going? We were going to put it here. This was a good spot because...
There's no longer windows here.
Yeah. There is no light. So I don't know what we're going to do at this point. I mean...
Dining room, maybe?
maybe. It's not impossible, but yeah. Actually, that's the most likely spot.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. We have a... something. Oh boy. Vagabond says, I have a video game console to send you probably next week. Oh no.
A console?
I love when those words are in quotes. There are some video game consoles that we probably have not put in there. What's that one that Roland gave us that I can't remember the name of? It's a console. It's like a handheld. It's made by Tiger.
Remember.
Like Tiger made their own handheld, and I can't remember the name of it. Someone will remember. It's not an Ouya. I don't remember what that thing is. It's a Tiger something. Norma Frog says, time for Steven to get a play date. We have one. And just by saying that, Thomas is going to be so upset because we got it and we never opened it. Game.com. I saw it briefly before Automod got to you. Because it looks like a
link.
A link, but that's actually what it's called. A game, or a Gamecom. Gamecom or Game.com. Thank you, Riversticks. Yeah, Gamecom. We have a Gamecom. It's still at my parents' house. So, yeah, I knew it was coming. I saw it for a brief second before Mod got rid of it. Gamecom. We have one of those at my parents' house, and it's something. Ooh, it's something. Is the Columbia bed still alive? Yeah, the Columbia bed is our guest bed.
Yeah. We changed out the frame when we moved here.
Yeah.
But we still have the mattress.
Otherwise, it's the same. It's the same bed. Yep, we still have the yard toast.
We didn't put it out because we don't do lawn care here. There's a company that the management company has.
Yeah.
And they do like all the landscaping and stuff too, so...
We're also not entirely sure what the HOA situation is.
Yeah, they didn't give us a copy of the covenants at all.
So I'm not entirely sure what is and isn't allowed. But I did walk around and look for yard toast in anyone else's yard, and I didn't see it. So I was like, okay. But we have it, so it might be one of those things that we hold on to and we may not have out at this place.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's in the garage.
Yeah, we still have it though. We get 23 months from Lady Leaf 8. Appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, we at some point I'm going to do like a little unboxing or something for the play date. When we moved, we got it shortly before all the moving and stuff took place, and I didn't have time to open it or deal with it at all. And Thomas wanted me to open it and try it and play with it, and I just hadn't had a chance. And season 1 is over. I know. Life got really busy. I really like the concept of it because it's just such a little ridiculous thing. You know, it's like,
yeah.
Oh, I like the idea of this little gimmicky video game system. And it's on the shelf, Thomas. It's up there. Yeah, so I don't know when we're gonna actually open the stupid thing, but I want to play with it. It's fine. Hey, things are getting better.
Things are getting better. Mm-hmm.
Things are getting better.
You're caught up on vlogs,
Yeah.
and April 2018 is done.
Yeah, things are getting better.
My painting is half done.
Yeah, things are getting better. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was. It's true though. Once I am done with 2018, I'm going to play more video games. Because that's been one of the sad things. It's like I haven't really done that. I want to do another stream day where I play solo games. You know, all the single player stuff that I
don't ever get to play. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll work towards it.
Someone asked how the jab was. It's been a week.
Because
we had it a week ago.
It was fine.
We got the bivalent updated one.
We had the exact same experience as we did for the first booster.
Yeah.
So, and I your
Sore
mileage
arm.
may vary, but
I had a little bit of a fever, headache, sore.
yeah, and we never talked about that because that
But
was
Steven
like,
was fine.
yeah, my arm was a little sore, but otherwise I was totally fine. I didn't have any other symptoms. Mao, her arm was sore, and then like we were getting into bed that night, and then that's when she got
Chills.
fever, and
My whole body ached.
She felt so bad, and you know, of course, I'm fine. I'm sorry that you don't feel good.
But I fell asleep and I woke up just 100% fine.
Yeah. And I never had anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that was exactly what happened to you the first one too. Is
Yeah.
that you had a little of that. So, my suspicion is that you would, and I mean, again, your mileage may vary, but your experiences with whatever you had for your first booster might illustrate what the second booster will do for you.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Who knows? I am not a medical doctor. I am just someone who plays video games on the internet. Well, sometimes. As Thomas pointed out, Chaz plays more video games than I do. Was Thomas the one that said that? I think Thomas was the one that said that.
Thomas said Chaz plays more video games.
Yeah. Not for long. Not for long. You just give me a little time. I'm gonna play some video games. I'm looking forward to. God, I'm looking forward to it too. I have a long list.
Yeah.
I have a very long list of games that I have been putting on. And actually,
On a list.
Chaz has access to that list. Chaz can attest to how long that list is. I have a list that I share with Chaz, so he knows about projects that I'm thinking about doing and thinking about streaming. And it probably annoys him a little bit because once every week he probably gets a little notification on his phone. It's like, this list has been edited. But it's like, you know, something comes to me. I'm like, put that down. There's a lot of stuff I wanna play that I haven't gotten a chance to. Persona says that list used to be public on the website. Well, the one on the website is stuff that is likely, and the list is extended. So I worry about putting that online because it is really long, and I don't want people to get their hopes up. There's stuff that may never get played on the list, the internal list.
The internal list.
Is Hades on there? Yeah. Yeah, Hades is on there. I liked Hades when I played the first 20 of it, but Hades is long. Like, if you want to beat Hades, the average time on Hades for how long to beat's like... It's a range, too, because it takes people different amounts of time. It's like 40 to 70 hours. It's like this huge range. But yeah, Jazzpunk is on there. Eco is on there. There's a lot of video games, because I have it divided up. I have things divided up into streams that I'd like to do, streams I'd like to do with Mal, streams I'd like to do with other people, like multiplayer stuff, streams I'd like to do with Alex and Haley, which is a new section, because they're going to live here. And there's some games that, like, those ones are things that we could do, like, longer term, right? Things that would not just be one-offs. The stuff with anybody has to be one-offs, because people, you know, don't live here, so I don't know if they're going to be here. Yeah. Oh, and there's single-sitting streams. I have a section for single-sitting streams. So if we want to do a video game but only have it take like 1, maybe 2 weeks, I have a section for that.
Does Mel still want to do Okage? Yes.
Yeah. Very
much. We bought the player's guide because I never had that when I had the game.
Hollow Knight is on my list. That's the that's why I don't want to put this list like public, because people will be like, "Oh, Hollow Knight," and like, when will I play Hollow Knight? I have no idea. It was just a game that, like, I did the first 20. I was like, I really like this. This is really good. Yeah, I like this. I would play more of that. And I put it on this. And, you know, it's a lot. Does Mal have a section for her games on this list? Anything that Mal wants to do is just on the list, the duo list for me and her. And Okage is on there.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know when we're gonna actually do that.
Not Okami, Okage.
Yeah, Okage. It's a game about, well, it's weird. It's
Shadow King.
Yeah. It's like the head of the demons. He's like a demon. Like Stan is like he's like the devil, right?
He's a demon king.
How is that different than what I just said?
He's a shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm aware of what he is, but I'm saying he's basically like the devil. He's basically the devil, and he becomes attached to you.
Yes.
It's a very comedic game.
Yes.
There's a lot of humor in it.
There's a lot of random little things that are very similar to Earthbound in a way. Like the story that's in the house and on it.
Yeah.
This is a demon baby story that you find. Like there's something in Okage that's similar to that.
There's
a story about a pebble.
It's got a lot of humor. It's one of those things that if we ever decide to stream it, which is possible, it would take a little while to stream because it's a longer game, and then also the version that we'd release on the Stephen Plays would be heavily edited because it's an RPG with like extremely repetitive battles.
There is, and there's
so like it
the overworld like enemy sprites that they come at you, and then if you dodge them, then there's more and more until it forces you into a battle.
Yeah, so it would be and I'm not even talking about making like a highlight series like Pokemon. I mean, just for like the normal series, there'd have to be a lot of stuff cut. Just
what
because
system is it on? Originally PS2.
Yeah, we have it.
Here, I'll grab it.
You can grab it. You can grab both of them. We have.
I'm going to.
Yeah, we have it. We have the North American release that Mal had from when she got it originally, and we also picked it up.
Where's the English version?
I don't know. They're not in alphabetical order yet, so
they're not.
have fun with that. We also have the Japanese version because we picked that up when we were in Japan
It's
in
behind one of those ones.
2019.
It looks pretty similar.
Okay, Mal can't find the English version, but this is the cover art for the Japanese version. So that's Stan there. So I've played a little bit of the beginning, and it is fun. When Mal and I were dating, actually, and I had come to visit Mal, she had told me about this game that she loved so much and she wanted to share it with me. So we actually played the first 90 minutes or 2 hours or something back when we were dating. And
In the beginning,
it is really wacky and wild.
it's not going to spoil anything because it's like right away, but your sister gets possessed and she only speaks in Pig Latin. Like that's something that happens in the beginning.
And also that's a good like way of being like, this is kind of what you can expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely up our alley. It's definitely like if you like Tulip and some of the absurdity of Tulip, like
It's not quite as absurd.
well, it's still got that weird like, oh, this is definitely a game from Japan type feel. So
This is the Japanese Julep.
I wonder if this is cheaper than the English. The English.
The cover is so good on that.
It is. It really is nice. The English version of Tulip has shot up in value.
Yeah, it has.
I think it's going for like nearly $150 now. We actually years ago, when we went to visit Steph and Steve in Arizona. We wanted to get them just a little gift for letting us stay with them, and we went to. They were at work that day, and we went to a local game store in Tucson, and we found a copy of Tulip, a complete copy of Tulip, and I don't know what we paid for it or whatever, maybe like $25 or something. So we picked up a copy of Tulip, and then just gave it to them, left it at their house. So I guess they still have a copy of Tulip 2. But now that
I think so.
now that game is
Yeah.
more dollars,
More dollars.
along with all other games.
I bought Tulip new.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't there is Tulip the one that had
The
a
keychain.
Yeah, there was
there was a keychain if you got it from GameStop, and they didn't have any when I bought it.
And now I bet that keychain is worth
I think it was
ton.
the policeman.
Huh. Anyway, we got 9 months from Flip Bentel. 300 bits from Desitel says, your streams got me into both Hades and Overboard, both of which are now some favorite games of all time, along with Hitman. Oh. Okay, so Hitman... Also, Overboard's great. It's short. Hitman is another game on my list. I have never played more Hitman than just what I did for the first 20, and I know I would love it.
I've watched Tom play.
I know I would love it. Salma says, you guys would really like Chibi Robo. Oh yeah, we do. We've played Chibi Robo for multiple extra lives. And that's another game where I'm like, I know that I would love to play this. The problem with video games is that there are too many good video games. There are legitimately too many good video games, and there's not enough time to experience everything, and that sucks. Would you play Shredder's Revenge? I would love to. I want to try it because as a kid I had Turtles in Time, and I played so much Turtles in Time. Loved Turtles in Time. And then at some point when we got a Sega Genesis, I got Hyperstone Heist, and I played through Hyperstone Heist with a few people, and that's good. So yeah, I want to try Shredder's Revenge at some point. Thank you, Chaz. I never got around to hitting beans. Too busy talking about video games. Too busy. Also, thank you, everybody, for the support over on Patreon. We appreciate it. Thank you.
We're mailing out prints today, speaking of Patreon.
And DL says we should go back to watching movies because they only take 2 hours instead of
80.
Yeah. I mean, it's that problem of there are too many good blank applies to movies too, right?
Yeah.
But I do agree with the general idea there of like, in 90 minutes you can experience an entire thing, whereas with a game, 90 minutes covers, like, God, in Xenoblade, it covers a cutscene. And it's true, like, to an extent, I do have a desire to experience more smaller games than, like, one long game.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to longer games, but the idea that in the same amount of time you could have played, like, 5 or 6 games instead of just one game, I like that.
I really enjoyed when we were watching Lord of the Rings.
I did too. I really sincerely hope that we get back to watching some things. My movie list is... There are many things on it that I'd like to see. It's just a matter of actually doing it. I don't know exactly how Alex and Haley feel about watching movies. I don't know if they'll be like... I don't know. I mean, they might be cool with that, or they might be like, I don't want to do that. Which, you know what? It's totally fine. We'll get there. There's just a lot of things. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. And hey, since last breakfast stream, the Nintendo Direct happened, and we now have a date for Breath of the Wild 2, May 12th. That means that we have, from now until May 12th, to do whatever projects we want, because on May 12th, I am playing Breath of the Wild 2. Yeah, so, really just figuring out what we want to play between now and then. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll figure it out. Bagamot says, have you finished releasing all the Breath of the Wild VODs? I'm really close. I just released, I think, 37 or 38, and there are 44. Slowly but surely getting them out. I should have them all finally out on StephenVOD in the next few weeks. And then they'll all be done, and people can watch the entirety of that series on YouTube if they want. And then after the Breath of the Wild VODs are out, I should probably release some other stuff too. Like, I don't know. I'll probably do a poll or something at the time. If people want to see Katamari or Super Mario RPG or Yoshi's Island or whatever, like, we can start releasing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited though. I really, really loved Breath of the Wild.
I know.
It was my favorite Zelda game, not even close. Like, it's not that I didn't like other Zelda games. I've always enjoyed Zelda games, but, like, it just wasn't even close. I was like, oh, I really like...
I hope there's slightly bigger, like, dungeon puzzle things in this one.
As opposed to all the
there's
100 dungeons and they're all 5 minutes long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have to be as in-depth as, say, the Twilight Princess dungeons. But, like, it'd be nice if there was a little bit more of that.
I'm hoping... So here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that by going into Breath of the Wild 2 with having played Breath of the Wild, I will go in with knowledge that we don't have to figure things out. Because Back in Red brings up, like, do you know about set bonuses? And, like, clearly I didn't. But now, hopefully when we go into Breath of the Wild 2, there will be knowledge that we've gained from the first game that we can take into the second one. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And that's not even that far away, really. What is that? 8 months? 8 months. And I believe that that's going to be the actual date.
You don't think it'll get pushed back?
Not anymore, no. It's been pushed back already. Twice or something? So the fact that they're putting an actual, like, date on it, I think that that's like, it's for realsies. It's for realsies happening, so. Yeah. And it's going to take place in this room.
Yeah.
A new house. That's fun. Yeah, one day we'll get Advance Wars. At some point. I'm looking forward to that too, just because I loved Advance Wars a lot. There's actually a 2018 vlog coming out pretty soon where I talk about Advance Wars. We were talking about the mall that Player's Choice is in. Mm-hmm. And I was recounting video games I had bought in that mall at KB Toys, like, over the years, and Advance Wars was, like, one of the things I remembered very, like, vividly. So, yeah. Also, the acronym, Tears of the Kingdom, just looks like someone is misspelling TikTok. Have I become young?
Yes.
If I'm seeing the word TikTok in things?
You've become young.
I've become young. The Legend of Zelda. TikTok.
Are you amused?
If you know, you know. Let's start wrapping up and talk about the things that are happening. Mal's working on her painting.
Yeah. I just got, like, 4 comments I saw on Patreon because I get the emails.
Good. There are vlogs coming out. The current timeline will be caught up today, which is great. And right after breakfast stream in 5 minutes, there will be a 2018 vlog for the first time in a while. And I'm just excited. Also, I think the thing that's so weird, this is a brief thing, the vlog is, you know, at its core, just like daily life. So, in our excitement to see like 2018, sometimes as I sit down, it almost feels like, oh, it's going to be like this, it's a big deal. But it's not. It's like, it's still daily life, and we have at this point finished the road trip. So like the road trip was like all of the crazy exciting stuff. So now it's just like normal day life. It's like we're eating dinner, but it's just dinner from 4.5 years ago. So yeah,
Soon it will be
it's funny.
Coliseum from 4.5 years ago.
Yeah, there's a vlog coming up. I think it's tomorrow. I think tomorrow's 2018 vlog is I believe it's the first mention of the timeline split. Where I don't know if I talk about it at any other time in 2018, but I think this is the first time where I say, like verbally on the vlog, like we're going to be splitting the timeline soon, so I don't know when this is coming out. And it's just funny because there's no part of me that would have ever believed it would have been 4.5 years later.
Yeah.
And yet here we are. Yeah. Anyway, and then the final thing is that tomorrow we wrap up Pokemon. If you haven't been here for the Pokemon streams up to this point, definitely tune in tomorrow. It is the last one. We are going to be taking care of all of the remaining post-game stuff. And, you know, after leveling up our Pokemon, it's probably gonna be a bit of a slaughter. But it'll be a fun slaughter. Why not have a victory run? Why not just go through and just completely obliterate everything? And then we'll also be, you know, fighting each other and seeing how that goes. Catching Mewtwo.
A few trainer battles.
Yeah, that's part of the post-game stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, of course, doing our credits. Doing the credits and showing off our dexes and the viewer decks, and that part's all exciting. And of course, if anyone is working on fan art and they want the fan art to be shown as part of the series, definitely get it out, get it done tomorrow. I mean, like, we'll show your art later on.
Yeah.
Obviously, anytime we do a stream, if you've done Pokemon art that you were working on from the very final part, we'll still show it. But if you want it as part of the Pokemon stream, tomorrow's the last Pokemon stream. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a long series. But not as long as you think. I was actually, I had this conversation on Discord just the other day. Zelda Breath of the Wild. It went for about a year, right?
I don't know.
It was, it did. It went for about a year. It was on Twitch for about a year. Pokemon started in January, right? So it's been like 9 months. So you would think that they would have about the same number of streams. No. There were 44 Breath of the Wild streams. There will be 21 Pokemon streams. Less than half. And it's because we alternated with Kirby, and then there were some delays with moving, and there's all these little things that happened. And even though it's been around for 9 months, there's less than half as compared to Zelda. It's really interesting. Anyway, 30 bits from Satsy, it says, been paranoid about getting leathers from the NHS in case they push back my appointment. I went through a roller coaster today thinking the leather they'd push back my appointment, then relief as it was actually a neurology auto mail. What a day. I definitely am familiar with the idea of, like, you know a leather is coming. You maybe don't know what the contents of the leather are. You just know, like, we have the thing. I don't know how it's set up in the UK, but we have a thing where, like, it'll email us. And it'll be like, you're getting this leather. And it'll just be the outside of the envelope. And, like, that can be helpful. But it can also be extremely nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Because if you get something from, you know, as an example, we got something a while back from the IRS. And we knew that something from the IRS was coming, and, like, it wasn't here yet, and there's just all of this anxiety of, like, oh God, what is it? Oh Jesus, what is it? And then it finally got here, and we opened it up, and they're like, hey, we screwed something up, and we owe you like $100. And I was like,
For a while, we were getting letters
good.
from the IRS like that we were like, oh no, and then we'd get it, and it was like, they changed the spelling of our street address.
Yes. Oh, I hated that.
Because they misread a letter for
I don't
another
know
letter,
what
and then they changed it, and they were like, oh, whoops, and they fixed it.
It was,
and then they
it was
changed
like
it
5 or 6 times We got the leather from, we got 1 to 2 leathers from the IRS every week for like 3 weeks at some point, and it was just them constantly changing our address by 1 leather, back and forth. It was so nerve-wracking. Although by the end, by the the 5th leather, I was like, I feel like this is going to be related to the address again. And I opened it up. It was like, yeah, they changed it again. Anyway, all right. So it's 10:15. That vlog is out. We'll go ahead and end it here. Go check it out. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. And do tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern as we conclude 21 streams later, Pokemon Let's Go. We caught them all! I mean, well, we haven't caught Mewtwo yet. We probably will. It'll probably go well. It'll probably be fine. Since there's a vlog raid, I'm not going to keep you around. I'm just going to tell you to go watch that. So, what is that vlog called? Opening this live. What is this vlog called? I don't remember what it's called because I have made a lot of vlogs in a short amount of time. This vlog is called Regional Rarity. Okay. Regional Rarity Dome. There. Go watch it.